lying to you. They're stealing from you and they don't care about you or your loved ones. So wake up and destroy them with knowledge. Bitcoin, crypto, morning tea. Hey. Good morning, everybody. My name's pianomattyb. That is Scaramucci's. This is your morning TA. A brief glimpse into the crypto markets where the sun's shining, where the wind's blowing. All the humble opinion of this piano. Zamboni Reagan. The FOMO index has inched up to 28 from yesterday's 27. Bitcoin dominance is 53.9%. 24-hour volume is 63 billion. The overall market cap, 2.15 trillion. Give or take 100 million. Well, it seems some bullish winds of change have snuck back into the Bitcoin market. She's subtle, but she's there. And we talked about this, so it should have come as no surprise to anyone. This boutique community, when Bitcoin price action, well, she had a little pump.
I don't think there's anybody back there.
Bullish goal number one is to get back up and into our old channel of descension, up at 58.7. Bullish goals and targets would be first to retest our channel of descension support, now acting as resistance, up at 59.2, which would be met by the fickle hand and headwind of the 50 moving average. And Lord love a duck if she didn't do just that. After Monday's quick dump-a-doodle-doo down, finding a bottom and a bounce at 55K price action has been slowly creeping up, picking out at 59.4 and has cooled its jets to at time of production 58.7, placing us above the 20 and the 50 moving average and back into our old channel of descension, white knuckling its support line. What I like most about this pump for ants is that it has carved out a much needed higher high, which is what we needed most to tell the quant bots to load up their buy algos. My heartbreakingly optimistic outlook for today would be to retest the psychological level of 60K, then continue on up to test our old channel of eternal monotony support, now acting as resistance at Siggity 1.8, now over on the ding-dong. You can see we managed to wick up and over the 200, but I've received some headwindy and pushback underneath. Today's goal would be to carve out and close this candle above the 200, and if I say if she's so darn tootin', continue up to test our old channel of eternal monotony support, now acting as resistance at Siggity 1K. A candle close at or above this level would be about as bullish a signal we could get. You would see the sentiment change on a dime and the bullish rhetoric come screaming back to the market, while the soccer stadium chants, "We're so bad." Would you look at that, my friends? The sun's up. It's another beautiful day here on planet Earth, a day none of us are guaranteed, yet we're lucky enough to have anyway. So get out there and knock them dead. And remember, We're playing the same game as our psychopathic elected leads. That's right, it's the long game. So zoom out and have a fantastic day. And we'll be going live right away, so grab yourself a coffee. Join me for a quick one, and by all means, sing it with me now. Around the banks of boom dash bang, Bitcoin, crypto, morning tea. Hey, whoa, cha-cha-cha-ching. White knuckling at 58K. We're higher. We're higher, right? Doesn't really matter in the big scheme of things. We're still in the downward aspect of this range, just ranging to infinity and beyond. And get ready. It's probably going to be a few months of this range. A lot of headwindian pullbacks coming our way. 58K, holding on to it. Hey, it's better than 55K. It's better than 52K. At the same time, depends on how your hodl bags are. Are you looking to get something more? Well, I guess you're waiting for the price to go down. And it very well could be. We're in the bottom of the range. This is where it goes like this. If you're trying to hit bing, right, the very bottom of the range, all the best to you. I hope you hit it. It's a hard thing to do. It's kind of like balancing an egg on its side. Some people can do it. I've never met anyone who can do it. And if they've done it once, well, they've probably never done it again. So you just got to understand that we're in the rounding of the bottom. It could go down a little lower, but there's the interesting thing about being in the Bitcoin market for as long as everyone here has is that you develop the contrarian aspect to what the market signals, right? So when the market goes up and it's going up and it's going up, well, I just naturally become bearish because we know it can't go up forever. Conversely, when the market's going down and the sky is falling, Germany's selling, MT.Gox is delivering all its, everything's coming down, it's the sell pressure. That is bullish because selling pressure gets exhausted just like buying pressure. The ebbs and flows of the market. That's why I'm, as boring as it is in this range, this eternal monotony range, I am bullish because we are rounding the bottom. And I can tell we're rounding the bottom by how bearish everything is. It's easy to be bullish when you're, hitting all-time highs, but I mean, it's short-lived. As soon as you hit those big gains, you're going to get pullbacks. That's just the way the market works. Upsy doodles, downsy doodles. And then as we keep going, I mean, we really haven't been in this range for a long time, not as long as we're going to be, unfortunately. What's going to happen? So we have some announcements tomorrow. Old booze breath, Jerry Pow Pow, CPI, that could deliver us from evil to a certain degree. But I mean, typically the past, I'm going to say 18 months. 18 months. They've been nothing burgers. A little bit of market mayhem, for about an hour, and that's it. Then it just kind of corrects and we go back to work, right? So, but it is, when we're in these long ranges, we do need a little bit of fundamental head or tails wins to get our blood pumping again. And without it, right now you have to admit the fact that we've stayed at, in the high 50s, not back to the siggities, Scotty Maw, not back to the siggities yet. The high 50s, that we're at 58.1, despite all the selling pressure. Things could be a lot worse. We could really revert back to the mean. And when I say the mean, I think pre-ETF, let's say the ETFs didn't get launched and we didn't have this institutional buying, I think we would be pretty lucky to be at 50 right now. We would be in our glory days at 50. Let's say we just kept on kind of coming up to 50. Now, if we had the sell pressure we did, and without the ETFs coming in and kind of eating it up, I don't know. We could be down in the 30s and 40s, to tell you the truth. I mean, I really think it's the ETFs that are saving our ace for now. Hopefully they keep buying. You know, one day the only way this can dip under 50 is we have simultaneously heavy sell pressure and no ETFs buying. Like those days that we're gonna take it off. We're not gonna buy any today. We're good with a 1.8 billion. My earphones keep popping out here. 4-hour chart. Look at that white knuckle. We've lost her. We've lost this channel of descension. This isn't even really that bullish. The only bullish thing is that we've made a higher high. That's it. In the past, geez, I don't know. Let's see how long this is. Well, once you're on the 4-hour chart, everything seems like it's long, but then you go, well, how far back was this? Oh, a week ago. So, not to get anyone's hopes up, but we seem to be following a nice little. We have some bearish momentum. We recover. We do put in a higher high. Then we get rejected. And we're doing that. We're doing this pattern, this exact pattern right now. We had some downward action, hit our bottom, put in a higher low, and now we put in a higher high. So those are some nice bullish metrics. However, we do know that these, when we put this in, these channels of ascension, even though it's a 4-hour noisy little so-and-so, these things do tend to break bearish. I mean, if you really look at it, this is just a glorious, cute little bear flag. So if we were to, let's put some doodles here. If we were to follow this channel of descension's support now acting as resistance, which it looks like we're kind of doing, and then we lose the momentum, the selling pressure comes in, the ETFs don't pick up the ball, well, we could come back to, let's say, a higher low at this 56.5-ish area. And from there, we could see another dipsy doodle. I mean, that's with a confluence of events, a confluence of sell pressure and a confluence of no buy pressure. And boom, we could see another low. However, if we were in September, October, we'd really be in the, like, any day we could see the God candle come back. Any day. But right now with the summer doldrums, like, we tend to forget how boring summer gets. Like, what is August? Isn't that Jackson Hole retreat instead of the FOMC meeting in August? I feel like it was just the Jackson Hole retreat like a couple months ago. That was a whole bloody year ago. It's unbelievable how fast this time goes. I mean, right now, look at this. It's July 10th. So this is one of the negative aspects of being in the market every day. So before I say the negative aspect, the positive aspect of being in the market every day is that I get to deduce good nibble opportunities just because of looking at the charts every day. However, you do take yourself out of the big game of things, the big scheme of things of time, like summer. Like we're sitting here complaining how boring it is and everything, and we're already into the end of the second week of July. So, I mean, where did summer go? I don't know about you guys, but in Canada, in Winnipeg in particular, we really have 3 weeks of summer. And when I say summer, I mean like deep heat, like 33 degrees, 35 degrees, even 28 degrees. I think it was 28 degrees today, but it wasn't like a deep heat yesterday. So we have 3 weeks of this of summer. And then all of a sudden at night, a little switch goes off and it's a little bit colder than it was the night before. And it never gets warmer and just goes into winter, right? So all this time, complaining about how boring this is and all this is taking so long, all the while the valuable aspects of the summer. How many summers do you have? Okay. Best case scenario, you got 100. So now let's take a bunch of those out for being a kid and not appreciating it. 10 summers, boom, you got 90. Let's take 10 at the back end when you don't really know that it's summer. You're kind of lost in Yonkers. And now it's 80. Your best case scenario is 80. 80 summers doesn't seem like a lot, does it? Just 80. And now we are in one of our summers that we should be taking advantage of. Maybe we're a little preoccupied with the Bitcoin price. Now, easier said than done to just forget about the price for the summer. It'd be nice, though. If you think about it, just take a 2-month break of it and give yourself like, I will not touch my phone. I will not look at the charts. Impossible. But it's a nice thought. And then just enjoy the summer. Wasaga Tropics, they call it Winterpeg for a reason. Jimmy Coco's Winnipeg, where all the cars have wires hanging out of the grill. Yeah, I was surprised to realize that people didn't know we plug cars in. And if you don't know that now, you think it's a joke, it is kind of a joke, but it's real. You have to plug your cars in at night to keep the block heater from not freezing solid. So your car and your engine and everything in it will freeze solid unless you plug it in. It just keeps a little of warmish, I don't know if it's blowing heat or something, but it just keeps it from freezing solid. And if you make the mistake of not plugging it in, you wake up to, what is this thing happening? You wake up to your car not starting. Squeaky McGee with a $10 super chat. He says, and I quote, "We don't if he's old, but he's super cool. So a big thanks to Carl Elder for buying some decals off eBay. Squeaky McGee's got some super duper stickers on eBay. Hey, whoa, whoa. Thank you, Carl. Thank you, Squeaky McGee. I love those videos. You can, if you go into the Discord, and if you're not on the Discord, I highly recommend it. You get the link to the videos before they're out. So, YouTube doesn't want to show you this, right? They want to show you other things that you're not interested in. So it's not a normal algorithm. They're trying to persuade you into things. So even if you hit the notifications, you don't get a notification. That's why. There you go, Mark Dutch. There's the Discord invite there. Get on there and you get you'll never miss the live when it goes live. And you can also see videos of people putting these stickers on various poles and gas stations. I get quite a kick out of that. The Ding Dong, 58.2. Well, this isn't a nice candle. This looks like a shooting star and a hanging cross of sorts. It's a combination of market indecision, which I get. Look at this. See, on the Ding Dong, we have failed to put in a higher high. This would be nice. I mean, if we could close today at the 200 moving average, that would be pretty hella bullish. Because not only would we have put in what happened here? There's my brush. A higher high. But we would basically be outside the 200. Now, to me, this zone here is a massive green flag for Nibbletown. Because we rarely spend any time under the 200 in a bull market, and here we are. This is one of those gifts you get every now and then. Hey, are you sure you got enough in your hodl bag? No? Well, here you go. Here's under the 200. But that would be hella bullish to close today's candle above the 200. Let's cross our fingers. Maybe we can get some good fundies and push up there before the day is over. 21 on Rumble, 120 between YouTube and Twitter. 53 likes. If you happen to forget to hit that like, it's about the only thing that saves this video from being squandered down the memory hole at about 4 p.m. YouTube is just taking keeps its eye on the likes. 55, no, kill it. 65, kill it. So if you forgot, put the like in just so we can stamp the ticket on this YouTube algorithm BS. And here we are at the Wookiee. Thought we'd take a look at it. I rarely put in the weekly chart unless it's Monday or Friday. Because what am I going to do? Nothing really changes between Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday until we get a candle close. But this is where we want to be. We want to close this candle back in our channel. Look, we got there. We wicked up. We threw a Hail Mary wick. Oh, we're up there. And then we got pushed back. So we can close the candle at or above 58.8. That'll be a good week. However, like Monday's video, it'd be nice to put in a bullish engulfing candle that would tell everyone that the times have changed. And this would be a real significant indicator of a reversal to put in a bullish engulfing candle. That would be 62.6. 62.6, that's $4,000 from here. It's roughly about 4%. Oh, no. It's roughly about 8%. 8% from here to get back up. That's not a big day. It is in the past little while because we basically don't move that much. But an 8% move in a bull run, it's nothing. You know, when we start hitting the real bull run, we'll be seeing that every day. Defresh 1996. YouTube wants some ad money from exchanges before they promote crypto. It could be. I'm almost finished trying to figure out how the YouTube algorithm works. I'm just trying to put my head down, do the content. That's it. Not worry about it. Especially in these days, all you can do is build. That's why we have embarked on Rumble. Who's texting me in this early morning? God, the audacity. Don't they know I'm live streaming from 8 to 8:30? The answer is no. You'd be surprised at how many people who know me on a day-to-day basis have no clue that I do this every day. It's quite funny. Alexandra G putting in the Rumble link as the top G mod for sure. If you haven't gone to Rumble and subscribed, I think it's a good idea on a couple levels. One, I think you have to vote with your attention, right? So do you want, I get YouTube is the path of least resistance, and it has the first, it has more people, right? So it's easy to, the ease of use is way better than Rumble. Like, I mean, the amount of stuff I got to do to get it on Rumble, it's just one more thing I don't really want to do. But during these summer lulls, it's good to build out. It's good to try new things. I'm thinking about doing some noon content, some lunchtime. It's almost like join me for lunch type things, where it'll just be a little short one. It won't be a live. It'll be more like a premiere, just with a little bit of a recap of some issues that I look at outside of Bitcoin and Bitcoin itself. I'm just building them now, so I'm just kind of putting in that effort, and I'm going to roll them out maybe in August. Be a combination of the carnivore stuff and the Bitcoin stuff, and just some geopolitics. Nooner with pianomattyb from K Diggity. K Diggity 9. K Diggity sounds like a radio station. You're listening to 1856 K Diggity light rock on a nooner with pianomattyb. There was a time in my life where I thought, I want to be a radio disc jockey. And I actually went to a school for about a week. I went to a school for a week to learn how to be. The thing about these trades, like the YouTube and the disc jockey radio personality, is that most of the successful people that I know, not on YouTube, but on radio, like for some reason, I knew all of them. I knew like the morning guys, the famous morning teams. Carl Elder, I thought you just bought some stickers, buddy, with a $5 super chat. He says, hit the likes, people. Hit it all day long. Hit the likes while you listen to this song. Thank you, Carl Elder, for the super chat. A super chat on 1946 K Diggity Light Rock. Yeah, so these DJ guys I knew, none of them went to school. None of them went to school. I don't know how, maybe it's a different time. It was the 70s, 80s, 90s. But now you see people that there's these broadcasting schools where you pay, it's like modeling school. You pay the 15 grand, they accept anyone. And they give you this certificate that says you can be a DJ, and which you can't, because what happens is that they have to go to play some small market, like some small town in the middle of nowhere, and they can cut their teeth or whatever. The people that I know that were the big radio DJs, they never did that. They did do smaller markets, but not like they do today. And the reason why I quit was that on Friday of the Monday that I started, they did a little read test where you had to read this thing. And so I'll read Steve Jones' comment here. You'd have to read it. I was in school in Nashville in 95, and KDF used to rock Nashville. And that year went all country. I was devastated. You had to like deliver this hard sell, light sell. And the reason I quit is that because half the class read it like this. I was in a school in Nashville, 95. And anyway, you get the picture. They got a 3 and I got a 4. I was just 1 point better than them. Like, I'm out of here. And that was it. That was the end of my radio broadcast career. However, I do feel in the next couple of years, maybe I'll be able to do some voiceovers outside of my own voiceovers. This is how heartbreaking this is. I do my own voiceovers for audiobooks without anybody asking me. Just because I know it's important. The reason why in the description there is that audiobook I did of The Great Taking. If you haven't, it seems to be a little bit of an evergreen video. It keeps kind of getting more views. And nothing warms the cockles of my heart than that audiobook YouTube video getting views, because it's so important for everyone to know what's coming down that pipe. And there's no better way than to, relaxingly, is that a word? Relaxingly listen to an audiobook about maybe the scariest thing in the world. AI will cover you or destroy you. Yeah, I've been actually looking at some AI stuff, because some of these videos that I'm making for this Nooner thing is, I'm trying to link. There's a lot of audio, say from, I don't know, Joe Rogan, but I can take his picture and kind of have him talk about it, but he's not really talking. It's a weird little thing. I'm not trying to get too flashy because I don't want to make these videos laborious, like these TA videos. I don't want them to take 3.5 hours. I'd like them to take an hour, and at the end of the day, it's just basically the concept is it's lunchtime. I'm eating a steak. We're watching some quips and clips of things that are, maybe timely and reconstructive for our knowledge sake. Sometimes we forget some of the aspects of Bitcoin. Sometimes we forget some of the aspects of being healthy. And it's nice to have something come on and remind you that there are certain ways that you can better your life in small ways. And that's it, my friends. That's it for Wednesday video 8:29. I can't believe I go half an hour here without Duck coming. The reason why Duke isn't here, or he isn't singing us out, because he's at a cabin with his cousins having the time of his life.
Make sure you like and subscribe and share this video.